Good morning. I'm Caitlin Matson-Levy. This is The Green Room. And this morning we're talking with the Director of Choral Activities from Wichita State University, Dr. Ryan Beeken. Good morning, Ryan. How are you?
I'm fabulous. Thank you.
I'm so glad that you could be here and talk to us about what's happening in choral music at Wichita State University. And this season is kind of the choral department's time to shine.
Yes, very much. Christmas is the bread and butter of choirs. We certainly have no shortage of opportunities to perform or of repertoire to explore.
Let's talk about the first thing that's chronologically coming up, but they're happening close together. People can plan to have a few days filled with nothing but choral music if they want.
What could be better? What could be better than
I
that?
know. What are you waiting for?
Yeah, come on.
So the candlelight concert, which is a tradition. Well, everything we're talking about today is a tradition.
Very
Um,
much.
I can remember candlelight concerts at Wichita State, 25, 30 years ago.
Yeah, this is going to be the 59th year of the candlelight concerts at Wichita State University. Those were started by Bud Boughton back in 1962 and have been a continual part of the fabric of the School of Music and of concertizing, especially in relation to the Christmas season here in Wichita. So it's an exciting tradition to be able to continue.
Are they still in Wiedemann Hall?
We are in Wiedemann Hall. All of the choirs are involved. And of course, the fabulous organ that we have in Wiedemann Hall is featured. And some of the same repertoire that has been a part of that event for nearly 60 years is still kind of the staple of the event. So there's a lot of nostalgia.
You still end the concert with Beautiful Savior?
We do. Beautiful Savior ends the concert. And then an arrangement of Père Sonnet Hodier with brass and organ and percussion is a processional that begins the concert. And there's even some opportunities for the audience and the choirs to raise their voices and the holiday spirit together as well.
The 58th annual Candlelight Concert featuring all of the WSU choirs. You have three opportunities to see it. It starts on Sunday, November the 28th. Wasting no time. You're wasting no time.
No,
I wouldn't
no.
either. At 4 o'clock. So there's a matinee on Sunday afternoon, and then Monday and Tuesday evenings at 7:30. Is this a ticketed event?
It is ticketed, and traditionally all three nights do sell out. So we're hoping that tradition also continues.
Keep the traditions
That's
alive.
right.
So you can get tickets at the box office, Wichita State University box office, or you can go to the choir page, the choir landing page, as it's called, on the university website, which is wichita.edu/choir. And also, while you're there, you can read a lot about the different choral groups on campus. How many are there?
We have four choirs, a tenor bass choir called Shocker Choir, and a soprano alto choir called Woo Choir. We can never have enough branding. We need to have Woo Shock in there. And then, of course, the concert chorale and the madrigal singers. We also have a student-led group called Shockapella that is an collegiate a cappella group, and they've been involved in some of the competitions and things as the COVID situation has allowed. So it's a vibrant and exciting area with lots of opportunities for singing.
How long have you been at the university?
This is my third year at Wichita State. I came in the fall of 2019.
So you have not yet had a, quote, normal year yet.
No, it's been a beautiful welcome to Wichita gift that I've received.
We're going to talk more about choir at Wichita State and these wonderful concerts coming up. But first, here's a little bit of choral music to get us all in the holiday spirit. This is The Shepherd's Farewell by Hector Berlioz with the Chicago Symphony Orchestra Chorus. The Shepherd's Farewell by Hector Berlioz. something to get us in the holiday spirit as we look forward to these wonderful concerts at Wichita State University. I'm Caitlin Matson-Levy, and this is The Green Room with Dr. Ryan Beeken, who's the Director of Choral Activities. We were talking about all of the different performing groups and opportunities for students on campus to perform and how different they all are. You have Shakapella. You have did you say you have a men's, essentially
Yes.
a men's glee?
Yep. A choir for tenors and basses called Shocker Choir.
Shocker choir. And then there's, well, I mean, talk about tradition. There's the madrigals and
Exactly.
the madrigal dinner, which returns this year. Uh, so anybody who's never experienced a madrigal supper, just kind of give us a general idea of what to expect.
Imagine Monty Python meets traditional, holiday concert meets improvised dinner theater, and then you have a madrigal dinner. It's a way to kind of usher in the holiday spirit in a fun way by pretending to be a part of Renaissance England and having a dinner party with the king and queen.
Do you hear about those restaurants where the servers are on purpose? You pay the servers to be incredibly rude to you.
Yes.
Will we experience that?
There might be just moments of,
Oh, good.
of that. For example, we will have some traveling beggars who might, want scraps of your food, or a few coins of your wealth because they're so less fortunate than the rest of the folk. So there will be some fun interactions like that, but we won't razz people too terribly.
So the Madrigal Feast features the madrigals. They sing throughout the course of the night, and they provide entertainment, and you get a meal. Again, it is a ticketed event, as you can imagine, and you can give those tickets from the Wichita State University box office or from the choir page, wichita.edu/choir. It's at the Radigan Student Center. Um, is it decorated all up?
Yeah, so in Begg's Ballroom at the Radigan Student Center, we'll have, of course, decorations, and there'll be a head table set up, not unlike what you would experience at a wedding. And that's where the royal court will be positioned on an elevated stage. And they will process in, singing Masters in This Hall, traditional carol. And then there's a variety of lines and scripting that where the singers and actors interact with each other and with the audience, brass fanfares, and then each course of the meal is introduced with special lines and kind of the history of, well, why do we have wassail? What is wassail? And so there's some little lines that kind of introduce that, and then we sing the wassail song while everybody gets their wassail, and the Boar's Head Carol for the main course. So it's very much a dinner theater where we have opportunities to interact with the audience, but then also time for people just to enjoy themselves and eat dinner as well.
And how wonderful to have it return
Yeah.
after a year of absence. But I have to say, you were so present as an institution on social media over the past year. The School of Music recorded every single performance the students gave and made it available to the public. And it was pretty mind-blowing because you could have tuned in or checked the Facebook page every single day of the week and there was something to watch.
Yeah, it's pretty extraordinary, the resilience of the students and the faculty. It's, of course, COVID-19 really affected the way that we can operate in an arts performing organization. And we were still able to sing. There's the famous song, "How Could I Keep From Singing?" Well, we didn't stop singing. We didn't stop playing music at Wichita State and performing. The performances were different. Sometimes we were in masks, spread out in a huge hall, being recorded and with no audience. But we kept singing and sharing those performances as best we could, as you mentioned, with our social media, et cetera. And while it wasn't the traditional way that we tend to think about music making, it was still an important way for us to grow as people and musicians, and think about maybe new ways that we can interact with and reach audiences as well.
Well, I know audiences were certainly appreciative. All right, some more music, and then we'll come back and we'll talk to Dr. Ryan Beeken about, well, we're going to talk about you and your position at the university and where you came from and all of that jazz.
Right.
Some more music first. This is the finale of Beethoven's Ninth Symphony with the London Philharmonic. I just love choral music this time of year. I turn it on and I really don't ever turn it off. I'll turn it off around mid-January, I suppose,
You can
after
never turn off choral music.
after Epiphany. All right, Dr. Ryan Beeken, thank you for being with us for the Green Room. Let's hear a bit about you. You have come to Kansas. You came here 3 years ago, 2019. Um, and where did you come from?
I came from a university near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, called Indiana University of Pennsylvania, where I had taught for about 8 years.
Well, and you're a Midwestern boy,
I
Iowa.
am born and raised in Iowa. Uh, graduated from high school in Dubuque, Iowa. Went to Drake University in Des Moines, and then worked as a high school teacher in a variety of schools in Iowa for about 16 years or so before going off to grad school.
And now we have you here in Wichita, Wichita State University. I hope you have just the most wonderful time over the next couple of weeks. Um, some people might complain about hearing holiday music so soon, but I mean, then they should come talk with you because how long have you been rehearsing holiday music
Exactly.
now?
So that we can have those favorite holiday tunes ready for everyone, we start in October, rehearsing that. So Christmas comes early for musicians.
Christmas comes early for musicians, and by the time it's over, they collapse in a heap of
Exactly.
exhaustion.
Exactly.
It's the most wonderful time of the year for a musician.
It
Yep.
is. It's a
Yeah.
great time of year.
All right. So we have the Candlelight Concert featuring the Wichita State University choirs. Um, that begins Sunday, November 28th at 4 o'clock in Wiedemann Hall. You have three opportunities to hear that Sunday the 28th and then Monday and Tuesday as well at 7:30. The Madrigal Feast is Friday, December the 3rd. Just one opportunity. Tickets, I imagine, would go quickly. They are in short supply and they are popular. So if you have any interest in attending the Madrigal Feast, check on that. Again, you can get tickets at the Wichita School of Music box office, Wichita State University box office. Dr. Beeken, it is wonderful to talk to you. Thank you for sharing all of this information about what's happening with the choirs at Wichita State University.
Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
I hope you just have the best time and a successful run of things this holiday season.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
Thanks.